we have yeah, so we have halfpenny and halfpence, and then often and soften. Okay, so we do not pronounce the F. We do not pronounce the F. And even though sometimes in soft and often, sometimes some people do pronounce, okay? But maybe in the future, people who are not native speakers, we will start pronouncing it. So maybe we'll change over the time, okay? So remember, it's halfpenny and halfpence. We do not use too much these words though. Okay, so now the next sounds. Guess. This is very important for Indian students because you do not pronounce this very well if you want to speak like a native speaker, right? So what is the sound of this one? You have th, but this th is not like the Hindi tha. It's not tha with air like tha. No. The way how do you do this is you just take out your tongue, right? And then put it in between your teeth and just blow. Don't make plosive sound, just blow. So we have both and both, okay? Both and both. Okay, so team and theme, faith and faith, okay? Thrice and thrice, third and third, okay? Got it? Try it. Th and th, not th, not th. Okay, th and th. Okay, good. Now, next silent letter. So we have G that is silent before M in the last position. Okay, so what I'm doing here is trying to give you some patterns that are really general. So if I give you this, you will be able to apply this rule in many words. Okay, there are many other words in which you have silent letters, but it's really, really difficult to figure out when you should pronounce it or not. So now I'm giving you only those patterns that you will be able to remember. Okay, so in this case, like apothegm, okay, the G is not pronounced in this case, also here in diaphragm, or paradigm, right, or phlegm, or symptom. Okay, great. So it's not apothegm, right? Great. Okay, so next one. Yeah. Now, this also is difficult for Indian students to learn this sound because this sound is really rare and few languages in the world they do have this sound. So if you really want to sound more like the native speakers, you can learn this sound, which is the between seed and seed. It's not sid, not the, okay? Not like Hindi, not the, okay? It's see. Take out the tongue, blow, and make the vibration with your vocal folds. So it's seethe, load, and loathe. Those and those, right? Do and though, right? They and they. Got it? Good. Next silent letter. Actually, in the past, in all English, the GH in these words, it used to be pronounced. But as the evolution of language, it just left this spelling alone. And the only thing we can think about this spelling is that the GH is telling you that the letter I, it is pronounced as its name. What is the name of this letter? It's I, right? So you need to pronounce this, all these three, as if it is I, hi, right? Obviously, we do not pronounce the GH, but it marks the long sound of the previous vowel. So it's hi, nigh, sigh, thigh, right? Light, bright, flight. Very good. Got it, no? I think you got it, right? Very good. Now, again, the difficult ones, okay? Very difficult. I would like to hear this, but let's do this. I will show you all of them, and then you will try it, okay? But you will get close like this to the camera because I can see how you're pronouncing, because you can see how my tongue comes out, like teeth and teeth, right? Cloth and clothes, right? Clothes and clothes. Mouth and mouth. Then sheath and sheath. Then thigh and thigh, right? Can you try it? Try it. Not ta, not da. It's teeth and teeth. Okay, try it. I want to see your tongues outside. Yeah, yeah, like that. Those teeth and teeth, vibration, teeth, right? Very good. Yeah, so it's the and the. Now, next silent letters, right? So we have the letter H. Now, it was really hard for me to give you a pattern in when to guess that the letter H is silent. It was really difficult, but then I found one pattern here, and this will help you to guess. So the H sometimes is used just to mark the foreign words pronunciation, but though we do not pronounce as the foreign languages, like for example, you have the word Bhutan, right? So it's Bhutan in English, but it tries to represent the spelling equivalent to that language, like Buddha, right? Buddha. In Hindi, you will say Buddha, right? Buddha. But in English, we do not have those sounds, so we just pronounce with the normal D. So it's Buddha. Then kaki, sinhalese, rhythmic, mer, exhibition, and exhibit. So all these words, if you can see, are foreign words, like from Bhutan itself, from Indian subcontinent, from Middle East, Sinhalese from Sri Lanka, rhythmic and more from Greek, and exhibition and exhibit from Latin. Okay, and there are more words that contains a silent H, but there are so many and there is no way to predict them. So I'm just letting you that for homework. You try to find more words with silent H, like vehicle, right? Vehicle. Good. Very good. Now, next sound, huh? I want to see if you are able to guess which sounds are these two. You can type it in the chat, these two. I'm seeing your chat. Which sounds, huh? The first one is, can you type? S and Z, very good. Very good. Yeah. But the sound, yeah, you're right. C, okay, but the sound is Z and Z, right? S and Z. So the first one is P, peas, right? Sing, zing, raise, raise, zzz. Try it. Tense, tens, zoo, zoo. Very good. You're getting it. Now k sound, right? So k sound, it is silent before n at the initial position. So remember, initial position, and this is a very clear rule, and it will be always accurate. So k you do not pronounce here. So we say just no, knowledge, knee, night, knuckle, or knob. Okay, we do not pronounce this k here. And it helps us to distinguish from other words, for example, night versus night. And we call these homophones because they are pronounced in the same way. But we are going to learn this on the next session with me about homophones and homographs. So just be in touch with us and we are going to keep learning. Very good. So next thing, let me just click here. I just need to clean this. Okay, good. So guess these ones. I think it will be a little more difficult for you. So what is the first sound? Maybe you can try to write it down and show me like this. Because there's one symbol you will not be able to do it in the chat. Okay, so the first one, let me pronounce. Do you want to try? So the first one is beige, and the second one is beige. Beige, beige. Huh? Are you able to get it? Rose, robe. Sorry, rose, rouge, 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 rouge. Eraser, erasure. Okay. Bruise and then bruise. Caesar, seizure. Z and z, z and z. Which ones are? Can you show me? Try to write it down. Show me. Yakshita, maybe you can show me. Or Purvi, you can show me maybe which sound it is. Huh? This one, right? Z and z. Right? Okay, good. So next one. Next silent letter. This is very easy, okay? But I don't know why it is like this. In the past, I guess it was pronounced, but nowadays we do not pronounce this. So the letter L, we do not pronounce in 3 modal verbs, which are would, could, and should. Okay, so it's not would or could or should. It's just would, could, and should. Okay, very easy, right? Next one. Write down which sound it is. Which one is? Can you show me? Which one? It's a little blur in my camera. Yeah, it's a little blur. So which one it is? Sun, shan, right? Next one is so, shore, right? Next one. Next one. Sip, ship, sell, shell, lease, leash. Very good. Like this. Try to do it. Shh. Shh. Huh? Try to do it. Shh. Akshita, try to do it. Shh. Yeah, good. Now, next one. N is silent after M at the last position, right? So that is very easy to identify. So whenever you see the N at the end, you should not pronounce it. So it becomes column, autumn, hymn, solemn, and condom. Great, right? Easy, easy peasy. Very good. Next one. Okay, so it's wash and watch. Wash and watch. Can you try to show me? Maybe write it in a paper. Show me which sounds are. The first one is wash, watch, wish, which, shows, choose. Oh, I have one mistake here in this shows and choose. Okay, we will correct this one. By mistake, I just added that one. It's just this 4. Okay, very good. So shin, chin, shu, chu. It looks like I'm talking Chinese, right? Shin, chin, shu, chu. Okay, so wash, watch, wish, right? So it's sh and ch. Very good. Next one. So this is very easy. Whenever you see the P before N or S at the beginning of the words, you do not pronounce P. Okay, so you do not say psychology, right? You do not say like pneuma, right? So it's just pneuma, pneumatic, pneumonia, some psychology, psoriasis. Okay, very good. That's very easy actually to remember. Now this one, try, write it down in your paper. So what is the difference between the first one and the second one? What is the difference? Leisure and leisure. Legion and legion. Virgin and virgin. Okay. So je and je. Je and je. Je and je. It looks a little difficult, right? That's why you need to practice. Practice this. It's J, the first one, and the second one is J. So it's J and J. So it's le je and le je. So this is a little more in the front, okay? And this is a little more behind, right? Like this is like the letter J, right? So it's le je and le je and le je. Okay, great, very good. I hope you got the difference between these two. Okay, now let's do vowels. Do you remember all of them? Hmm? Do you remember? Yeah, e, a, u, o, like that. Are you able to do it? A, I, u, e, right? O. I'm just pronouncing them just for you to remember fast, but we will practice them. Okay, so don't worry. E, a, then a, u, o, and o. A, I, right? U, ow. Okay, very good. Now let's learn the difference. And this time you need to be very, very careful when you're hearing it here, okay? Because some of these vowels, generally Indian students, you try to use them in the same way, especially like this, you confuse with this one. Sometimes you confuse this one with this one, right? Or you confuse this one with this one, or you do not pronounce this one, right? So let's check some minimal pairs, so it will help you to distinguish between these sounds. So the first one is this, is a and ah. The first one is a short sound, right? Ah. And the second one is a long sound, and it's a little behind. Ah. So the first one is pat and pat. If we are doing the British English, we do not pronounce the R, right? So it's pat and pat, pat and pat, pack and park, match and then march. Okay, have and then have, lack and lack, right? Try it. Sai Advika, can you try it? Lack, just pronounce it like that. Lack and lack. Right? Try it. I'm able to see you how you pronounce here. Lack, yeah, good, and lack. Lack, long, yeah, good. Okay, next one, right? Novika will do this next one. Okay, what is the difference between these two, Novika? So the first one is, remember, in British English, we have a very consistent sound for the letter O here, right? Which is this one. Oh, you need to open your mouth a lot and bring your tongue back, and you make just a deep sound. Oh. yeah, like that. Oh, okay. And the next one is ah. So the difference is box and box. Ah, big difference, right? So it is cough and calf. Caught, cat. Okay, not cat, it's cat. Okay, it's caught, cat. Clock, right? Clack. Then pot, pot. Yeah, very good, Shrija. You're pronouncing very well. Yeah. I'm seeing you, all of you. Okay, so next silent letter. So in this case, let's use something that is very frequent. There is no way how to say, yeah, here you need to pronounce or not the letter S, but I found one of the very common words in which we do not pronounce the S. Okay, here, like in island or I, or in Viscount, okay, here, right? Or here in Demean, or in debris, okay? Yeah, a little difficult, but so far, if you just remember these words, these are frequent. maybe this one. This is not that much. Okay, you will be able to remember that the S is not pronounced. Okay, next one. So AU, how do you pronounce AU? Sorry, AW, AW with AR. So the first one is, try it. Nishita Mishra, maybe you can try it. How do you pronounce the first pair? Here. Yeah, so the first one is ko. The second one is ka, right? And we are learning with the British English, right? So we are not pronouncing the R, right? So it's O and A. Both of them are long sounds. So you have caught, cat, don, dan, form, fam, jo, ja. Okay? Yeah, good. Gargi Ashish. Okay. Your name is just written like that. Okay. So what about Vishnu? I think he's a little sleepy. Maybe we will make him to do the next one. So the letter T is not pronounced after S in some few words, okay? Again, not in all the words, just only these few words. So try to remember. How do you pronounce these ones? Huh? Can you try it? So it is, you do not pronounce this, right? So it is listen, castle, chasten, hasten, glisten, and moisten, right? Pa, pa, pa. We do not pronounce very well. Good, I think you're learning very well. Let me see. Now, which one? Let's choose to Yuk Doshi. Maybe Yuk Doshi this time will do. Can you try to pronounce this one? The first one. So the first one is cut, and the second one is cut. Very good. What about Genia, Anil? Can you try to pronounce it? Genia, Anil. Duck and duck, right? Duck and duck. This is a little difficult, okay? So I want you to pay attention to this one because many of you, especially African, many Indians, they do not distinguish these two vowels, okay? So here, the first one is more in the back part of your mouth, okay? And the second one is in the lower part. So the first one is cut, and the next one is cat, right? So cut, cat. It's not cat, right? It's cut and cat, duck and duck, mush and mash, stuff and staff, right? Hut and hat. Okay, remember that. Whenever you see letter U, most probably in monosyllabic words like small words, you need to pronounce these as like this, and then okay, it's different. Okay, got it? Okay, very good. Now, next one. This is really rare, and only in these 5 words you will find this silent U. The silent U comes only after B or after C, and for a few of them, it helps you to distinguish with other words. Like, for example, if you have a boy here, right? What if you take out this U? It becomes another word, right? It becomes boy, right? And what about if you take this U here? It becomes by, right? Yes, both are homophones, these ones, but it helps you to distinguish. So we do not pronounce the U here. So we say build, biscuit, or circuit, okay? Circuit. If you want to pronounce the R, it's circuit, like, and otherwise it's just circuit, okay? Very good. So far, easy this part, right? I think Rob Kata Roy is very busy, no? Can you help me with this? How do you pronounce these ones? The first one, the first word here. I will just mark for you so you can pronounce. I'm seeing your mouth. How are you pronouncing? So this is the first one, and this is the second one. So the first one is birth, birth, and bath. Okay, very good. So both of them are long sounds, right? So it's like in bird, bird, like in bath. Okay, so it's first, fast, curtain, carton, purse, pass, perk, park. Okay, very good. You need to distinguish these two. Okay, distinguish them very well. Sometimes you are pronouncing them as the same thing. Okay, and it's not curtain. Okay. It's not curtain, it's not purse or perk. It's purse and perk. Okay, very good. Next one. Now this one, maybe we will search for another person. This time, Luvina Singh. You're going to pronounce these two. The first one, the second word. Huh? Yeah, this one. Yeah, bird and boat. Very good. And here, same. How do you pronounce this one? The second one? Same sound, right? Same like bird. Bird, k, and call. Very good. So that's the difference, right? You should distinguish between and o. Okay, like curd, caught, expert or export, fur, fall. Okay, so can you see there are so many different types of spellings for the same sound, right? Like AUGA for O, OUR for O, OR for O, OAR for O. Yes, this is English, but you need to learn it. You will get it. You will get it. With everything we are providing you, you will be able to remember all these patterns, right? Or next one. This is very easy. We will give it to maybe to Yoshita Saravanan. Yeah. So how do you pronounce these two? The first one. How do you pronounce them? This one and this one. The first one is bean. Yeah, correct. And the second one is bead. Long sound, right? Now here, bead and bead, long, right? And it's not the same sound. It's little. The first sound is like in between E and E. So it's in between. So it's deep. It's deep, not deep. Okay, just deep. And then deep is the long one. Okay. So how do you know this? Yeah, like this. So it's E and E. Fist and feast. Cheek and cheek. Right? Cheek and cheek. Long. Very good. Shreya, very good. Okay, next one. Okay, this one. Can you distinguish them? The first one is, I told you it's like A, but it's not exactly it. So it's built and belt, right? Chick and check. Gym and gym. Gem, gym, gem. Liter, letter. Middle, metal, right? Build, belt, chick, check, gym, gem, liter, letter, middle, medal, right? Do you want a medal from the Olympics? Who's going to win? Very good. I think Vishnu wants to be a professional Olympic guy, right? Okay, next one. Who is going to do the next one? Maybe, let me check here. Yeah, maybe. Oh, there's so many here. Maybe Durga Devi. Huh? Durga Devi. You're going to do the next one. So can you pronounce this one? Full, full, and full, right? Wood and wood. Can you distinguish? Wood and wood. Suit, suited, and suited, right? Shoot, should. Pull, pool. Same like e, right? E, right? So it's ooh, but it changes. It's not the same sound. It's ooh, it's little below, not the same ooh. Just ooh, it's ooh. Full, pool. Okay, full, pool. Very good. Next one. We are almost finishing. So we have e and a. Something that is very important for you Indian students is that many of you, especially those who speak Hindi and also South Indian languages, you tend to not pronounce the diphthongs. I don't know why. You forget to pronounce the second sound. So for example, some of you I'm hearing, the correct pronunciation is 8 and 8. Sorry, a. Oh, this is a homophone here. Sorry, this is not correct one. I just modify it. Okay, this one, the next one. Letter and later. Okay, we'll correct this one. This we forget. Yes. Okay. So letter and later. Okay. I don't know why some of you are not pronouncing the second sound of the diphthong. So you say letter also, like letter. It's later. Letter and later. Test, taste. Bread, braid. Pepper, paper. Right? Very good. Yeah, we are almost finishing. Don't worry. So this one. Okay, now I want to say something here. If we talk about very conservative British English, like the RP, many of these people, they do distinguish these two words, okay? But nowadays, some British people, they are not distinguishing these two words in the pronunciation. They are pronouncing them as the same sound. But in general American and other accents, we do still somehow distinguishing them, okay? So these two are o and ua, okay? If we talk about very conservative English, we will say to and tour, okay? And show and sure, okay? Po and poor, law and lure, then bo and boor, okay? Can you try it? I think it's better to distinguish these two because people are pronouncing them as o, tor, okay? I prefer you to learn to distinguish them, okay? So the first one is po, and the second one is poor. Yeah. Yes, Dhruva already. Okay, so Atharv Belgaonkar. Can you try to pronounce these two? Lord and Lord. Lord and Lord. Okay, very good. Now, next one. This is very important. Okay, so many of you are making the same, I will not say mistake, but it's very marking your Indian accent. Okay, many of you from south to north, I'm hearing this. You are not distinguishing between these two phonemes, not at all in many of your variations of English. So the first one is ah, and the second one is air. It's very different, ah from air, right? For example, some of you are pronouncing like this. You say car, right? Car. How do you pronounce then this one? Care, right? Then why sometimes you are pronouncing as scar? Scar. This is a scar and this is a scare, right? Then ba and bear, right? Char, chair, far, fair. Very different sound, right? For example, share, right? S-H-A-R-E, share, right? Share. Can you share this, please? But many of you are saying share. Ah, share this, no? Like this. So pronounce it share, okay? Very good. so we can distinguish them. Next one. We will do it fast, okay, because we are running out of time. So the first one is O and the second one is O, like in clock. So the first one is the short sound. And remember, this is the short sound of the letter O, and the second one is the name of the letter, right? So this is the name. So it's clock and cloak, cost and cloak, coast, sorry, then cop and cope, not and note, rod and road. Okay, very good. Same here, O and O. Sometimes I'm saying in Indian English, you're pronouncing these two sounds like your native languages. You're making these two as if they are O, but O we do not have in English. O, just normal O. Like you make a, e, u, o, right? O. That O we do not have in English, okay? So you're pronouncing these words as if they are the same, like bolt and bolt, but it's not like that. The first one is a long sound, O, and the second one is U, okay? So it's bold and bold, okay? Caught and coat, right? Then crow and then crow. Then hold and hold, right? Lawn and loan, okay? Try to distinguish that. It will be very interesting if you start making these changes in your speech. So people will be able to distinguish between these two words when you are speaking. Okay, next one is ear and air. I don't know, many of you also are confusing between ear and air. You say cheer and cheer, same like, can you move the chair like that? So it's cheer and chair, okay, cheer and chair, cheer, chair, beard and bird, dear and there, right? It's not dar also, it's not dar, okay, it's there. It is ear and air, right? Ear and air, here and hair, right? Right? It's not higher also, right? Very good. Okay, let's finish, let's finish. Almost done, almost done. We are there. So it's ow versus o. Okay, so it's blouse, blows. Cloud, open your mouth, cloud, clone, couch, coach. Devout, devote. How, ho. Ow from o. Very different, right? If you want to make the American version is o, okay? Not o, but o. It sounds similar. No problem if you do the American version. So thank you so much. I'm really happy we were able to finish on time all these. And we have 5 more minutes for you to ask me some questions, but it should be questions that you need really help from my end and not questions that you can find it very easy on internet, right? So did you learn about the silent letters? I give you a question, for example, which letters are not silent in English? We have seen B, C, D, right? F, right? G, which letter was not silent? Huh? Write it down. We have E silent in many words, but I didn't put it here. We have Z silent also, but are very complex words. W, we have seen it. We have seen, yeah, good. Who was this person? J, we do not have a J letter silent, right? Letter A we have, but very rarely. Letter I have not seen so far letter I being silent. Letter O, I think I have seen few words, but it's really rare. Letter A also at the end is silent. Also in the middle, like different, right? But nowadays, people who are learning international English, we are pronouncing as different, okay? But native speakers, they pronounce as different, right? Like every, Native speakers, they pronounce every. We are pronouncing it as every. Okay. Good. Okay, now I want you to speak a little bit, but don't scream, please, okay?
Yes.
Okay.
I didn't understand. I said thank you.
What energy you guys have. Wow.
Yes, you have so
Thank
much
you so
energy.
much, Andre. It was
Okay, so I'm forgetting something before I'm going. I gave you a homework last time, right? And I will tell you the answer. I want to see you if you remember it. I'm myself, I'm able to remember. So I told you if you have the TI, right? TI pronounced as ch. Is there any word with TI pronounced as ch? And there is a very frequent sound with that. TI as ch. Yes, so the word is question, right? Question, suggestion, right? Got it? But few words. And the second homework was if you have double G, right? Double G. How do you pronounce double G as J sound? I already said one word. Can you say it again? Double G becomes J. Suggest. Very good. So that was your homework. I think you forgot it. Okay, now your next homework is to find out which letters in English language are not silent. We learned J letter is not silent, right? Now you need to find other letters that are not silent. Okay, so thank you so much. Yes, you're right, Q. So make a list, and next time you will type it down. I'm so happy to be with all of you. We already crossed like almost 1,000 people, and I was really happy about it. So have a good evening and eat very well. So dhanyavad.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. See, Mr. Andre is learning Hindi and Tamil from all of us. And I want to thank all the students who are here for wishing us a happy Teachers Day. I think we're all each other's teachers. As you learn from us, we also learn from you, because you have much more curious and interesting minds. And we have something in Instagram, our official Spell Bee page, right? So in this Instagram handle, every evening we are sharing one knowledge input. So you can also watch, follow that, okay? I'm sure some of your parents or some of you may have Instagram, or otherwise this is the link. You can just click on the link and every day you can see some knowledge input from us. All right, then. Thank you very, very much, my darling children. Have a great weekend. We'll be meeting you again in the next session. And thank you, Mr. Andre, for an excellent session once again from you. And if you have any queries or doubts, you can send to us to contact@spellbeeinternational.com. That's our official email address. If you have any specific question to ask Mr. Andre, you can even type Mr. Andre or attention Mr. Andre and then send your message. Okay, is that clear? If you have any general questions, just send it to contact@spellbeeinternational.com. Thank you so much. And I will also want to thank Madam Srinidhi for joining us from the Customer Care Department. And she's the one who is noting down all your queries. If you had sent any general queries, Srinidhi ma'am will get back to you with answers in about 2 or 3 days time. Okay. Thank you so much. And this session is recorded and this will also be uploaded to your Teachable platform where your coaching videos are. I hope you're also watching the coaching videos. Okay, very good. Thanks for the thumbs up and confirming. Those of you who have still not started, please do so. www.spellbeinternational.teachable.com. Or if you do not know how to go about it, send us an email and we will guide you. Thank you so much. Bye, children. Have a